All right.
We're there? Okay. Okay. All right. All right, guys, take a look. On the other days, some of the things we were looking at taking an equation. Started off with an equation. The equation was in the form of yx mx plus b. An example of that would be 2/3 x minus 4. And we took the equation and actually created the line. Okay.
There is no line graph in this paper.
No, you're right. But we were able to go from equation to graph. Then before that, we were able to go from the slope to the points. Today, we're going to do something a little different. We're going to go backwards again. What we're going to do is actually go from the points back to the equation that made the points. Okay, how do you do that? Well, we start off with 2 points, and we take these points and we find our slope. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a keep and change on the left side, and a keep and change on the right side, keep and change on the left side. So what you'll get is m equals, keep the 2, change the -4 to +4. Keep the 8 and change the +4 to -4. Okay, that's your keep and change. That's your keep and change. As a result of doing the keep and change, +2, +4 add to a +6, and a +8, -4 subtract to a +4. Okay, so we end up getting a slope of 6/4, but that needs to be simplified. Exactly right. So we're going to divide by 2, and we end up getting our final form of our slope, which is 3/2. So that's the slope. This is the first step of finding out what's the equation for these 2 points. So we're going backwards. We used to start off with the equation, and then later on we got our 2 points. Now we start off with 2 points, and we want our equation. So after this, you write y equals mx plus b. Right, y equals mx plus b. And we're going to fill in a number for the y, the m, and the x. So these 3 letters right here are going to become numbers. So the y is going to become the number 2, because the 2 is a y. So we put 2 here. The m is going to become the number 3/2 because it's the slope. Then we'll put a parentheses here. The number for the x is going to become the 8, because 8 is the x here. Then plus b. So again, number, number, number. And since we're putting numbers in all 3 of these, we can solve for the number b. All right, now let's deal with fractions. How do you multiply a 3/2 times an 8? Well, let me write that off to the side to kind of show you. 3/2 times an 8 is the same thing as a 3/2 times an 8/1. So what you'll end up doing is dividing by 2 and multiplying by 3. So 8 divided by 2 is 4, and 3 times 4 is 12. So again, what I'm doing is I'm dividing by the denominator and multiplying by the numerator. So let's go back to here. So this will be 8 divided by 2 is 4, and 4 times 3 is 12. Now I want to solve for b because this is a right side problem by subtracting 12 from both sides. These are different signs, and the bigger sign wins. So it's a negative 10 equals, these cancel, and you get b. Therefore, and this is how you say therefore in math. That's how we say therefore or in conclusion. In conclusion, we say that our equation is y equals 3 over 2 x minus 10. And that was your original equation. Ta-da. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'll be all week. Yes.
Really not enough space for it on the page, on our pages. Well,
I have enough space.
You do?
Yeah,
I just write
Maybe
it.
you're just ready.
Yeah, yeah.
I write.
If you write a little slower, you should be able to shrink it down a little bit. Let's do it again. Number 2. Number 2, we're going to do a keep and a change on the right, a keep and change on the left in order to find the slope. We're going to do a keep and change on the right. So we're going to keep the negative 7 and change the negative 8. So you get a negative 7 and a positive 8. In the denominator, you're going to keep the negative 4, but change the negative 8. So you get negative 4 plus 8. And your slope ends up being what, guys?
One over 4.
Exactly right. Which is nice. We don't even need to simplify that. So the slope is kind of done. Good job. All right. So from here, I'm going to write y equals mx plus b. This is the slope-intercept form. It will help us find out what the number b is so we can complete this equation. So here we go. What number do I use for y, class? What number do I use for y?
1 over 4.
Close.
That's negative 7, right?
There it is right there, the negative 7. That's what we're going to use for y.
Use y1.
What do we use for m?
1 over 4.
Exactly. I'm going to put a parenthesis here. And my question is, what will we use for x?
A.
Nope, keep going.
4. Negative 4.
Right, the negative 4. Very good. That's what we use for x. And then I just say plus b. Very good. All right, so let's go ahead and finish this up. All right, here we go. Remember, denominators for division. So what is negative 4 divided by 4? Negative 4 divided by 4.
1.
Close, close.
Sorry.
It's a negative 1. It's negative 1. Now, what is negative 1 times the numerator 1?
Huh?
What's negative 1 times the numerator 1?
11
Yes.
is negative 1.
Thank you, thank you. All right, so it is negative 1, guys. Plus b. All right. From here, this is a right side problem, so I'm going to isolate b by adding 1 to both sides. Bigger sign wins, and the different signs subtract. So we get -6 equals b. -6 equals b. Therefore, as a result, I'm going to get y equals 1/4 x minus 6. And that's the equation that started it all. So this is the ability to go backwards in time to see what the equation was. Your ability to go backwards in time. Backwards in time. All right.
Was that meant to be a pun?
I thought it was a notable result of math. I mean, you guys are able to see the past.
I mean, technically, yeah, I guess.
You know, I think this stuff is pretty great. Okay, guys, keep and change, keep and change, keep and change. So, when I do my keep and change for my slope, I'm going to keep the positive 13 and change the -7. So, we're going to get 13 and change -7 to +7. Furthermore, for the denominator, we're going to keep the -6 and change the +6. Yes.
That's positive 13. It's supposed to be negative.
Oh. Thank you. Yes. All right. Thank you. All right. So I keep -13 and change this to a +7. Okay. Got it. Got it. Got it.
Change the +6 to a -6.
Oh, I have that wrong as well. Oh, I see what you're saying. So keep -6, change the +6 to a -6. Gotcha. Okay, that's good. That's good. All right. -13 and a +7 will give me a negative answer. And when I subtract those, I'll get I think 6, right?
Yeah.
Okay. -6 and -6 will be a negative answer, but same signs add. Yes.
12.
-12. All right, class, this is correct, but you got to simplify it. You got to simplify it. Yes. Go ahead.
2.
Close. Yes.
3.
Divide by, wait, yeah, 3. No, 6, sorry.
You got to divide by 6. Divide by 6. Divide by 6. When you divide by 6, the negatives are going to cancel first. And 6 divided by 6 is what?
1.
1. 12 divided by 6 is
2.
2. So
Negative 1/2, right? Or no, positive.
it's +1/2. So make sure to go through the steps, because if you look at it, you will think that the answer should be 2, but when you actually work it out, it ends up being 1/2. All right. It's time now for y equals mx plus b. And I want to start off with who's first? Andres. Yep, you're first.
Yeah.
What number do I use for y?
Negative 13.
Exactly right. K, what number do I use for m?
2.
Got it? Next is Sims. What do I use for x?
-2. 13.
Sims.
Sims.
Yes.
What does that mean?
Not Francisco.
What? I don't have the answer.
You
No, it's just I didn't need you.
I got one for you, but this one is not yours. Okay. Sims. Exactly right. -6. And then plus B. All right, fine. I'm gonna ask Francisco,
Huh?
what is -6 divided by 2 and then multiply the answer by 1? So what is -6 divided by 2?
It's on 3.
-3 times 1 is what?
3.
Close.
1. 6.
You keep missing the word negative.
Negative
Negative what?
3.
There you go. All right. Beckett, finish this out for me.
Add 3 to the 3 on the right side, and then add 3 to the left side.
Got it? And
then you get -10 equal B.
well done. So, conclusion is, class, therefore, y equals 1/2 x minus 10. That was the original equation. We went back in time and found it. So, today's class is on time travel. Showing you how to go back in time.
I guess it really is time for class then.
That's right.
Oh wait, I cannot write the answer. I cannot see the answer.
Oh, okay, I'm out your way.
Okay, good.
Okay, here we go, guys. Last one. We want to go for the slope. So let's do keep and change again. Keep, change, keep, change. So for your slope, you're going to keep the 6, but change the -4. So that'll be a 6 plus 4. For your run, which is your denominator, you're going to keep the -3 and change the +3 here. So what you'll get is -3 and a -3. Okay. Bigger sign is positive and same signs add, so we get a +10. The bigger sign wins, so this will be negative. Same signs add, you get 6. Okay. Class, this needs to be simplified. What do you think?
2.
Exactly right. Very good. So I'm going to divide everything by 2. And as a result, we will get a negative in the middle and a 5/3. That's your slope. -5/3. Okay. All right. Time for the slope-intercept form. Y equals mx plus b. Okay. I'm going to go backwards this time. Beckett, give me y.
Your Y would be 6.
Exactly.
Positive.
Francisco, give me m.
M. I don't want the following yet.
Okay.
-3.
Yes, but you're missing something.
Negative.
Yes, very important. -5/3. Okay. Going back to Sims. Give me X.
Eh?
Sims. Huh? And 3, yes. Very good.
Wait, is it a positive? Are we supposed to use the bottom one or bottom?
If-
And use the top one? Okay.
yeah. Well, if you're going to use the 6, you got to use the -3.
I just remembered because last equation we did that it was on the same. Or no, sorry. It was the one before that.
We didn't switch.
There was one of them where they were both the same number, so I got it.
Now, if you're going to kill them, you got to clean them now. Oh no, we always use, if we use the top one, we stick with all tops. Or if you use the bottom, you have to stick with all bottoms. Okay, plus B. Let me see. So 6 equals, who's next? K. K. -3 divided by 3. Then times -5.
One.
Keep going. Wait, K, keep going.
I'm doing
Oh, you're doing it? Okay, okay.
just be
Oh no, the chart. So the chart. Oh, what is it?
5.
+5 is right. Yeah. Very good. In class, let me explain that answer. You do have a negative times negative, which is positive. So it's positive. But then 3 divided by 3 is 1, and 1 times the numerator of 5 gives you 5. All right. Andres,
Yeah.
you're next. Finish this out.
Finish it.
Yep.
-2 or -5.
Right?
Both sides.
Got it?
That would be B equals -4. I mean,
Well-
+4.
Right. There you go. Class. So B is 1. Therefore, our conclusion is, therefore, in math, y equals -5/3. Bless you, bless you. X plus 1. And that's your equation. Signing off.